Hello and welcome to my review of the Sci-Fi Revoltech Mothra. This particular rendition of Mothra comes from the 1961 film of the same name, and this particular figure is a rather older release in the Sci-Fi Revoltech line. Considering that it came out in 2010, let's see if this figure lives up to today's standards. So let's take a look at the sculpt on Mothra. Very nice. Immediately when you look at it, the first thing you would probably think is, she fuzzy. Nope, that's just plastic. It's on the wings and her body. Looks very nice. It really does look fuzzy, even in real life. Wings are made of a hard plastic, so be careful of a possible breakage. You have been warned. Same thing with the antenna. Details nice, but could probably get broken. Also, one note about the sculpt, if you take a look at the eyes, there's this little plastic covering for the blue eyes, and they have that basketball texture look to them, so they look really creepy for Mothra. So, in terms of sculpt, Mothra nails it. Now for the paint. Very detailed. You can see the wings look beautiful, as Mothra should. See, there's this nice yellow spray here on the back. No paint slop on these little rings, I guess you could say, back here. Brown on the bottom, as you've seen earlier. Even up here on the head area. No paint slop on the antenna. So yeah, in terms of sculpt and paint, Mothra is beautiful. I really, really like it. The articulation for Mothra. She is very basic, so it won't be hard to follow a fixed format. But first, start up here. The mouth, it's supposed to open. I can fit my nail in there, but that's about it. The mouth won't budge. I've tried a toothpick, I've tried a paperclip, nada. I've tried it, girlfriend's tried it, and the mouth will not open. Though I have seen many pictures of the mouth open. I don't know what's wrong with mine, just won't. Anyway, the head is attached to the middle part of the body here on a Revoltech joint. So you can get some twisting and turning, not too much, but the standard swivel hinge combo there. The legs, they also don't like to move for me, but they kind of do. I've heard some people say that they're on swivel joints, but mine are stuck. And the last part down here, I'm not familiar with bug anatomy, so please forgive me, or more specifically, moth anatomy. This is on a Revoltech joint too, so you can get the swivel hinge combo out of it. And last but not least, the wings. Okay, so the upper part of the wing, this top part, is connected to the body on a Revoltech joint. So it flaps. But interestingly, this bottom part of the wing is attached to the larger wing on a hinge. So you can get her to spread her wings. Pretty interesting, huh? So in terms of articulation, Mothra, it's not a thing of wonder or a thing of beauty. It's functional and it works. So, no complaints from me. Mothra comes with a few accessories. Now, what I don't have, because it's in her box, she comes with a little placard. It's about this big. It's a name tag. It says in Japanese Mothra and the year that the movie was made, that she comes from. But to go alongside that, you get this little Revoltech holder. Not sure what you would call it. What you do with it is you remove the back part of Mothra. Whoa, out of focus there. There we go. You remove this back part, like so. Attach it. Reattach this back part. There we go. Now, yay! What do you do with it? Well, some assembly required for this next part, but you get a small diorama base of the Tokyo Tower with a big cocoon. And as you can see, there's a Revoltech joint here. You slip that into the tower, and then you slide that on, and voila! You have a little base for Mothra to sit on, or fly over. Support it over. You know what I mean. Also, there is a spot in the cocoon, let me take this off for a second, where you can remove this little plug here. Whoa, don't throw it. This little plug here, and you can put her on there too. So it's neat. It has a lot of nice details to it. Would help if I would focus in. There's clear plastic here where the spaces would be, and there's some small trees. But just be careful assembling it because it can be a bit of a pain. So for accessories, I don't know. It's pretty nice. It's nothing to go over the moon about, but it's neat. And I like neat, so good job. I like it a lot. Chances are, if you're going to be picking up Mothra, Mothra will not be the only figure in your collection. So let's take a look at how well she scales up with other figures. So here's about a standard 6-inch Godzilla from the Monster Arts line. And as you can tell, she's small. Very, very small. Mothra should be huge. All renditions of Mothra are rather large compared to Godzilla. So this is a bit disappointing. But how about the more appropriately sized Godzilla 1964 from the Monster Arts line? It kind of works, but she's still small, as you can see here. So if you're looking to get a Mothra in the Monster Arts line as a stand-in, this is not the one to get. How about Revoltech? Other Revoltechs. Well, here's Baragon. I guess that kind of works. But still, Mothra, this particular Mothra is rather large. And here is Anguirus. Thrown in there. So overall, unfortunately, Mothra is a bit on the smaller side, which is something that Revoltechs are known for. Not sure whether or not to necessarily hold that against the figure, given that this particular rendition of Mothra had nothing to go up against, but still, it'd be nice if she was much, much bigger. So, should you pick up this particular Mothra? Well, if you're into more articulated figures with great sculpts, there's no reason not to pick up Mothra. However, she is starting to get expensive, the Revoltech Mothra. Cheapest I have found recently was about 60 new. Yeah, you're going to be paying a premium for Mothra in terms of collectability. And she is on the smaller side, but she does come with this rather large diorama base, as I showed you earlier, so it's not bad. And if you have the recently released Godzilla 1964, it's a nice stand-in Mothra to go alongside him. So it's a good companion figure. So overall, I like the Sci-Fi Revoltech Mothra. It was a nice addition to my collection when I first got her. Still like it. But with lack of articulation, you're not really going to be doing much with her. Kind of a put her in a nice pose, put her where you want on the shelf, and sort of leave her there. But one thing's for sure, she has a beautiful sculpt. And that alone, I would say, makes this figure worth a definite purchase, if you can get her for the right price.